The next game I want to look at is the Bears' comeback against the Lions. Mitchell Trubisky simply impressed. And yet again, if you saw my video on Trubisky just over a week ago, this wouldn't be completely out of expectations for Trubisky. At the face of adversity, Trubisky led the Bears on a 21 unanswered point run in the fourth quarter, coming back from a large deficit to defeat the Lions 27-23. Trubisky played great, with 242 yards, 3 touchdowns, and no picks. And the best thing about this performance, the no picks. It's something Trubisky struggled with last season, and for Bears fans to see him put up a 3-0 ratio in Week 1 is simply exciting. And as someone who wants to see Trubisky succeed with the Bears, it is simply exhilarating. I mean, on the ground, the Bears also found success for rushing for over 130 yards throughout the day. David Montgomery and Tariq Cohen worked as a solid running back duo, combining for over 100 yards on over 20 carries. And defensively, the Bears struggled at points, allowing an average of 8 points in each of the first 3 quarters, but they bounced back in the fourth, keeping the Lions to a 0-point total, aiding the comeback led by Trubisky and the Bears' passing offense. So overall, the Bears surprised me. Granted, they were playing the Lions, but the performance Trubisky put up on Sunday is what surprises me and excites me the most. If Trubisky can play as sound as he did on Sunday against the Giants and the Falcons, which are their Week 2 and Week 3 matchups, which is not a stretch, we could very well see the Bears start out with a 3-0 record in this season. As for the Lions, well, they were the Lions. Stafford didn't necessarily impress, throwing just 1 touchdown and 1 pick on the day, but Adrian Peterson gave Lions fans something to be excited about. In his first game with the team, Peterson led the ground game with 93 yards on 14 carries, which many deemed impressive considering many consider Peterson washed up as a running back. And Danny Amendola also impressed for the Lions in Week 1, hauling in 5 catches for 81 yards. Defensively, though, the Lions fell apart in the fourth. And over the entirety of the game, the Lions failed to get much pressure on Trubisky and failed to consistently stop the ground game of the Bears. Now, overall, the Lions struggled late, and yet again, we have a case of a team being unable to hold together solid play for a full game. We saw it in both the Eagles and the Colts, and I hope all 3 of these teams can put together what they did early in these games and replicate consistently over the course of an entire matchup.